Hi, welcome back to OD YouTube channel. Today we are here for another Pens of the Month video. And so I'm showing you now the pens that I have with ink for this month of November 2025. And this month we have 21 pens with ink. I think next month it will be a little bit more chaotic because of the Diamine Inkvent calendar, but that's not a today problem, it's a next month problem. So let's just start. I will show you the pens today from alphabetical order, and let's in a crescent way, and let's start the name of the brand and the model. So the first pen and brand is the Benu Pixie Aqua Glow. This brand is a brand from Armenia, and they are well known for their plastic or their acrylic pens with lots of glitter, or they have other models that are hand painted that are very nice. So this is the Benu Pixie, which is a smaller pocket pen, and this one has an interesting color, as you may see, and I think it's quite nice. So let's post this correctly and let's write with it. So the first pen is the Benu Pixie Aqua Glow with a broad steel nib. It is a Schmidt nib, and inside it has the Diamine Inkvent calendar 2019 blue peppermint. I decided in this pen to have an ink that would match the pen, and I think that in this case it really matches. So because of the glitter and the color of the pen, not for the gray part but for the blue part. I don't know if that is really visible, the glitter, or the shimmer, but this one has. So first pen was this. The second pen is the same brand and model. It's again another Benu Pixie, but this Benu Pixie is from a different collection. It's the Jolly Roger Vintage collection, and it is very fun because it has no glitter, anything like that, but it has lots of skulls, and I love skulls, so I had to get these, and Benu was very kind to send me both. So we are here with 3 Benu pens sent to me by Benu for review. They are very nice. Again, let's write this one. This is Benu Pixie, and this is called Jolly Roger Vintage, and the color is orange. The nib is a medium, and ink inside is Kaweco Paradise Blue. As you may see, the shade of this ink is different from the ink above, and this doesn't have any glitter or anything. The nib is the same steel Schmidt nib number 5, and it writes well. Both pens have steel nibs, and they are cartridge converter pens, although the converter that fits is only those very small mini Kaweco converters. And the final Benu pen, again another one, is this. So there's not much to explain. It has the same characteristics, same steel nib, cartridge converter, and this one is the Benu Pixie Jolly Roger Vintage Blue with a fine steel nib, and the ink inside is Leonardo Officina Italiana Arancio Tarocco, and it is a very, very nice, beautiful orange. In this case, as you may see, instead of matching the pens with inks, I matched the ink for this pen and put in this, and the ink for this I put on that one. So I decided to turn things around. So this was letter B. Let's go to the letter, let's stay still in letter B, but let's go to Germany. This is my most recent pen, and it looks really nice. I really like this kind of skeleton shape of, or this skeleton way of showing the inside of a pen, that in this case it is a cartridge. Let me just align the clip with the nib, and so here it is again, Schmidt nib, steel nib, and the cartridge, and you can see the cartridge and the ink inside. So and this pen is made of steel. So this pen is from a brand called Black Forest, and the model is the rhombus, which is the one that has these shapes, Minimo, which means it's a pocket pen. They have the same kind of model but full-size pen. And inside, it has a fine steel nib, the Schmidt nib that I already showed you, and the ink inside is the ink cartridge that came with the pen. It is Schneider Cognac. It is an interesting brownish orangey ink, so I think the name Cognac is quite right for this pen. I think this one is lovely. I'm kind of in love with this. So German pen, and we'll keep ourselves in Germany, and the next pen is this thing that's very interesting in many ways. I received this is a pen by Design Divine, and it was sent to me by their distributor in Portugal and Spain, and so they sent me this pen, and I've been using it. And recently I saw that Esterbrook launched a pen that is exactly like this. It has a different name. It's not called Divine Design Pocket, but it's interesting because I guess this brand made the pen for Esterbrook. I don't think Esterbrook made it. At least the model seems to be exactly equal. The Esterbrook is more expensive, and I have these long before Esterbrook released their pen. So this is kind of interesting how brands have their pens made by someone else. I think that's the explanation. So this pen is called Design Divine, the name of the brand, and the model is called Pocket Black, and it has a medium steel nib by Jovo, as you can see, no branding, plastic feed, and it is a cartridge converter pen. And it is a pocket pen that is interesting because in this case the cap is really big, and the pen stays almost the same size. It becomes full size, so it's a very interesting pen, the way it is built. And inside it has Jacques Herbin Violette Pensée, and it is a nice purple or violet ink. So I like this pen. I like the size of it when it is posted, and I also like the size of it when it is closed. It is it has a very interesting build. Now, from Germany we'll go in a brief trip to China to get this Jinhao pen. So this is the Jinhao 82 Mini. The color is lemon and it has a fine steel nib. It is a two-tone steel nib, kind of a number 5. By the way, this design divine is a number 6. This is a number 5 nib, made of steel, cartridge converter pen, comes with a converter. It is cheap and it is very nice. And the ink inside is Jacques Herbin Vert Pré. I really enjoy this happy shade of green, and I like also the shade of the pen, and I thought that this color would be not exactly a match, but it would go great with this pen. Now from China we are going back to Germany, and we have lots of pens from Germany as usual, as you already know, because I love this brand and model. This is the Kaweco Sport, and we are starting with this very nice blue one with black trim, also cartridge converter, steel nib. This is the Kaweco AL Sport for the Dutch Pen Show. It's written there, Dutch Pen Show 2025, and this color is called Water World, and it has a fine steel nib, black coated, as it happens with that number 6 of the Divine design, and inside it also has the Kaweco Paradise Blue, and here it is, how it looks in a fine nib. Then we'll stay in Kaweco, but we'll change the model because I'm using the alphabetical order, and this is a recent pen. I really enjoy this. This is the, let me just move the light a little bit, maybe it's better this way. This is the Kaweco collection Lilliput Colibri, and this Colibri has this, it is a steel pen, cartridge converter pen again, made of steel, and a very nice finish with all these colors to make us remind the I don't remember the name, the color shifts on the colibri, on hummingbird feathers. So this is the Kaweco collection Lilliput Colibri, and it has a medium steel nib, and the nib for this pen is amazing because it is all laser treated to have that burnt look, except for the logo, and that look matches perfectly the rest of the pen. So this is really well done. And inside it has the Kaweco Summer Purple, which is an ink that came, it was the cartridge that came inside the pen when Kaweco sent the pen to me. So this is really interesting because it's not usual. Kaweco usually puts royal blue ink cartridges inside the pens, and this one came with a purple, which makes sense because most of the pen is on the purple side of things. The next pen is almost out of ink, so I hope it will write. It is an aluminum Kaweco Sport. Again, it is another Kaweco collection. This one has a gold-plated steel nib, again, steel nib, cartridge converter pen. This is the Kaweco collection. Yes, it's failing because I think it's almost out of ink. Olivine with medium steel nib, and inside it has, or it used to have, Kaweco Palm Green. And I think it's not a problem with the pen. I really think it's the ink. Yes, almost no ink, just the little drops that are adhering to the walls of the cartridge. So this one will go for cleaning soon. The next pen is again a Kaweco Lilliput, again because I'm on the alphabetical order. This one is nice, made of copper. I love it. So it is everyday carry in my backpack inside a little Maxpedition pouch. So again, cartridge converter pen, steel nib. This is the Kaweco Lilliput copper with a fine steel nib, and inside it has Kaweco caramel brown, which is a brown that I quite like and I'm using a lot because I have a lot of ink from Kaweco. So interesting pen. It acquires a very interesting oxidation or patina. It's easy to clean, but it's also very good, and it seals, the cap seals the pen very well, so the ink doesn't evaporate, which is nice. The next is a very recent release, the Kaweco Piston Sport Aluminium Navy, which is the same pen as the Aluminium Sport that I showed you last year, the black one, but this one is dark blue. It has an ink window, blind cap with the turning knob with the logo there, steel nib, gold plated, and an integrated clip. But after all, it is just another Kaweco Sport. So this is the Kaweco Piston Sport. Oops, I'm out of. Okay. With Sport, and this is called Aluminium Navy with a medium steel nib, and inside it has the famous Kaweco Royal Blue ink. So a very regular ink, quite wet. This is a very nice pen. I like how it writes. I like how the matte finish feels. So it is a very interesting pen. Now, one of my most expensive pens ever. This is the Kaweco Sterling Sport, made of sterling silver. This one is the first pen of this collection today, the first one with a gold nib. Cartridge converter pen, all made of steel, except the feed that is plastic. Oops, the little jewel, the logo on the cap, which is, don't know, aluminum or steel, and then the feed of course, and the nib, which is gold, rhodium plated. So this is the Kaweco Sterling Sport. This nib feels completely different from the others on the paper, with a fine gold nib, and inside it has the Kaweco caramel brown. Sorry about the ups and downs when I'm writing. This pen was very shiny and it's now very oxidated. I did it on purpose because I kind of like this way, but it is, you can see, this is how it is on the most oxidated part, less, and the least oxidated part you can see there inside the pen. So it was really shiny. I just ruined the pen, at least until the next time I polish it, and it's quite easy. The next pen is the final Kaweco Sport, and it is the new Titan Sport, which is a pen very interesting, just like the Sterling Sport, but much lighter. Instead of being made from sterling silver, it's made of titanium, and this one has a steel nib, the regular ones, so you already seen this pen, and it's similar to the other Kaweco Sports. So this is the Kaweco Titan Sport with a medium steel nib, and inside, you guessed it, it has Kaweco Royal Blue ink. It has a blue ink cartridge, so interesting and nice writing pen. I need to change a little bit these lights, sorry, because I need to move the notebook a little bit upwards. By the way, this is a Rhodia notepad, A4 size. Now we will stay in Germany. Most of the pens today are from Germany, and we'll go to Lamy, which was bought by someone else, but I think this one was still made in Germany. I don't care. It's too difficult. I think I will stop in future videos, stop saying from where the pens are, because today it's very hard to say. This is the Lamy Aion. I love this pen. It has a very simple nib, similar to the Safari, compatible but not the same. It is a cartridge converter pen made of aluminium. This is the Lamy Aion in red. It has a medium steel nib, quite fine, this medium, and inside it has this is a scene I'm using, a vintage, or not vintage, but the older original Lamy petrol ink cartridge. And I kind of like writing with this ink. There's no need to save the ink for anything else, just use it. I love this model, I think it's very well made, one of my favorite models ever. The next pen is still Lamy, another Lamy. It is a Lamy CP1, which is a slim, long model that I like, which has nibs like the Lamy Safari. This is all metal and it is made of platinum, and the nib is made of gold. So, am I on frame? Yes. This is the Lamy CP1 in platinum with, I don't know if it should say platinum or platinum, but we'll go like that right now. It has a broad gold nib that I just showed you, and inside it has some regular Lamy blue ink cartridge. And it's simple. It is almost like the Kaweco Royal Blue or the Pelican Royal Blue. These are very common inks. Now we will change completely, finally, from Germany to India, to this very big pen that I really love and enjoy, with some glitter and beautiful blue and gold colors. This is a Magna Carta pen with a very big number 10 nib, as you may see, made of steel with a big ebonite feed. This pen is very big. It has a cartridge converter pen. So this one is the Magna Carta Mag 1000, and the finish is called Twilight. The nib is medium, and the ink inside is just a ink mix, which is mostly made of Parker Quink black. So nothing special, it's basically a black that I'm just trying to use up some leftovers of ink. The next pen, yes, we were in Germany all this time, went to India, and back to Germany. We have this interesting older pen that I bought on the flea market, at the flea market in Lisbon. This one is a piston filler pen. We had only one before, which was that Kaweco Piston Sport. This one has a gold nib and it is a piston filler pen. And this is the Pelican 140 Gunther Wagner in burgundy, and it has a fine gold nib, and inside it has Parker Quink black. And this pen is, from the pens that I have here today, the first that is capable of doing such a line variation. Very interesting pen that cost me €5 at the flea market. Interesting. And now from Germany we'll go to Japan, and we are ending our video. 4 pens left, and and those 4 are all from Japan. The first one is a Pilot, the Pilot 743, which is just like the the Pilot 823 that is very famous, but I prefer cartridge converters to the vacuum filler system, so I chose this one. It is a cartridge converter pen, like that. So much easier to clean and do all that. So it is the Pilot Costume 743. The color is verdigris. It is a color that was exclusive to the United States, but I bought it through Appleboom when Appleboom still had a store at the United States. It has an extra fine gold nib. I'm not showing you lots of pens with gold nibs, but some are, like the Pilot and the Lamy and that Kaweco, and this is also a gold nib. It is a beautiful nib, number 15. This is the nib size coding for Pilot, which is different from the other ones that I showed you. And inside it has Pilot Blue, from those kind of big jars. It has almost no line variation. It's very, very thin because it is an extra fine. Next pen, as I told you, we are staying in Japan. It's this thing that I quite like. It has these ridges. It makes all the sense. It may not be nice, but for you or for many people, but it makes all the sense to me because of its heritage. It is the 10th anniversary pen, and it is a numbered edition. It is a special edition, so it is a cartridge converter pen, and you may see the nib, the platinum. The nib of the pen is very beautiful with that heart-shaped hole. So this is the Platinum 3776. The shape is different, but it makes sense. If you see some other videos that I made about this, I explained that. Century, 10th anniversary. And it has a medium gold nib with diamine, Inkvent calendar, 2024 vibe. I like this ink because it has some sheen and it is fun to write with this pen. I enjoy this pen a lot. I really like it. And now the 2 final pens are 2 Sailor pens, and the first one is this very nice pen, also with a gold nib, cartridge converter pen, no ring on the cap, and a gold Sailor nib. So let's see if you can see the writing here. This is a Sailor 1911 large, and it is in a a limited edition, and there is a number there on the cap. Maybe you'll not be able to see it, but there, this is a serial number. And it's called, this collection is called Kyoto Gardens Icho, which is the color of the leaves of the ginkgo biloba when it's autumn. And this is a medium nib, gold nib, as I told you, and inside it has the Sailor, exactly the same thing. It's Sailor Kyoto Gardens Icho. It has the same ink that was that came with the pen. So it is a nice pen with lots of feedback, but no line variation. And finally, let me just keep this one here. The next pen is also yellow. It is a Sailor King of pen. As you can see, it is a little bigger and the nib is much bigger. This kind of a number 8 nib. Also a cartridge converter pen. Also a pen with gold nib. This is called this Mandarin Yellow. It is exclusive for Europe and I think it's a very nice color, but they are very, very expensive. So this is the Sailor King of pen. I love the feedback that this pen makes on paper in Mandarin Yellow, and it has a medium gold nib that you saw. I think this is a gorgeous nib, and the ink inside is the Sailor and Ink Traveler, which is the store where I bought it from, ink called Naoshima Kon. And I love this pen because the nib is able to do this kind of thing, and I also like this shade of blue. So these were the 21 pens that I have with ink to start the month of November. Some will get out of rotation. This one is almost empty and it will be cleaned and I will not fill it right away, at least. And some others will be refilled, and some others will come to the collection and start working. And so this is it. I have to thank you for watching. I'll try to leave links below for all the pens if you can, for you to help you to get them if you want. And I hope to see you soon here on the channel. So see you next time. Bye.